Hey guys, Westy on the mic here.
Coming in at number 40 on my list of the best holes in Disc Golf Valley is Lakeside Hole 9. This one is fun because it gives you multiple options off the tee. You can go to the far left island, you can try a water skip fairway into the middle island, or you can try either of these right side islands, and each of them will give you a shot into the green. So it's kind of a pick your poison type of approach. And I love all the options. I love the idea of all the different islands you can throw to. And to me, this one was a necessity. It had to be on the list. The only thing I might dock it for is possibly the difficulty. This one here, Highlanders Ridge, hole 8, very exciting hole. You add some tough wind and it becomes very, very difficult, especially with headwinds. And the main reason it's on the list is because if your drive is perfect and you get up to about here, then you have a decision to make. Do I try to make this throw in from 100 to 140 feet and risk rolling all the way down the hill, or do I just play for my birdie? So I love that element. Looking at this one, Coyote Canyon hole 3. This hole was somewhat boring before, while the design was cool and the aesthetics of it were cool before. Now you have the option of playing over the water there to the left with the water skip driver if you want. And sometimes you can skip into the green, you can skip in even for an ace. And even if you leave it shorter, you get stuck on this island, you can still have a shot for eagle from there. So I think this hole gives, a couple of very, very solid options and is definitely worth making the list to me. This one here, Lost Island 9. This hole, I go back and forth on it. Overall, I think it is a good hole. I think it does deserve its spot on the list, but sometimes it can be a pain too. I love the skeleton there again. I think it adds a very cool, unique effect that we don't, expect to see. And I love that, this landing zone can be hit in a few different ways. The drop zone can be especially challenging, but I think it's about right for this hole. With a 3 wind, it can just be brutal to try to make it onto this green from the drop zone. Those teeth that are guarding the green, also a fun, unique touch. Here we go. Oak Hill, hole 6. This one, I thought it was fun even before the water skip. In fact, it might have been a better hole then. You had to either try to stick the green with a roll distance driver or lay up with a fairway and try to make a 100+ foot approach shot. Regardless, now the water skip drivers do give you more options to try to hit this green. Overall, fun concept, fun hole. Another one here from Highlanders Ridge, hole 3. The original fairway is tricky to ascertain, like what you're supposed to do, whether you're supposed to be throwing a forehand at it, or whether you're supposed to come in from the right side window there over the water. I kind of do some of both depending on what the wind is like. And then this green true too can be treacherous. You can slip off, you can hit something and roll. Sometimes it's best to play for the layup and then throw in from there. A lot of decision making necessary there. Here we go. Iky Enzo hole 4. This one is number 34 on my list. You can try to get super aggressive off the drive, and it often leaves you with a better chance for your eagle look. But sometimes that'll kill you too. That'll put you out of bounds, and then the drop zone is very punishing. So, a few different options. The hole looks beautiful. The idea is great. I think it's well executed, and that's why it's on the list. Next on the list is Harrowing Woods hole 4. Different from a lot of the ones we've seen in this video. It is, just an ace run, so I think it looks cool with this valley and ponds in the middle. But just the way it looks and having it be a perfect mid-range, accurate windbreak ace run opportunity. I think some of those need to be on the list, and this one's iconic. All right, number 32 on the list, Lost Island hole 3. This one, you're throwing typically some kind of forehand with a bomber driver and hoping that you get close enough and have a window to throw in for eagle. You can choose to be safe or aggressive off this tee shot. And either way, you can have some obstruction into the green that makes it tricky. The trees, the pillars, uh, everything can just kind of seem to get in the way of your disc at the most inopportune times. Overall, I think this is a great hole. It's one that I struggle at quite a bit, but I won't argue it's a fantastic hole. This one here, there's kind of two lines. You can play over the water to the left, or you can follow this follow flight here, the flight of the drone around the right side, or you can also go through the trees. I've seen players do each of those different options, and I think that these different options and the fact that it's such a unique hole in Disc Golf Valley is what make it be this far up on the list. Anyway, that's numbers 40 through 31. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for my next video.